Okay, I think we can start. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the webinar Discover the Secret Features of SAP SuccessFactors. Today, we will dive into the unique ways of how myMeta empowers organizations to streamline the workflows, to boost productivity, and deliver a personalized experience. Also, we will explore the features and tools that make it easy to enhance the digital adoption and unlock the full value of SAP SuccessFactors. So, my name is Francesca. I'm the Business Transformation Advisor at Innova. With me, there is Lorenzo from myMeta. He is the Global Alliances Director. There is Fatma, that is the HRIS product owner of Alftime. And Andre, who is from myMeta, he's from the digital marketing team. So first of all, I would like to thank you all for joining us. We know that your time is very valuable. So I will go directly to the agenda of today. So in today's webinar, we will begin with an introduction, and we will set the stage for our journey through this through the explanation of the digital adoption and the transformations. In the second chapter, we will dive into how optimizing a digital adoption platform can become a competitive advantage with an immediate impact on your ROI. On the third one, we will go at a real-world example. So we will discuss with Fatma about how Alftime has transformed its SAP SuccessFactors experience by improving its user engagement and efficiency with myMeta. In the fourth chapter, we will dive into the digital transformation and the artificial intelligence with Lorenzo. And finally, we will wrap up with some key takeaways, and we will open the floor for questions. So if you have any questions, at the end, there will be a special moment for that. Okay. So let me start. What is myMeta? So myMeta is a digital adoption platform that provides in-app guidance like a product tours or a walkthrough to guide the user through every aspect of the application. So as you know, SAP SuccessFactors is a suite that helps organizations to manage their HR processes like recruiting, onboarding, performance management, and employee data. So, however, the organizations needs to ensure that these tools are used effectively and efficiently. How can they do that? They can use myMeta, that is designed exactly to help you and help your team to integrate and fully utilize your systems. So it's an automatic software tool that is layered on the top of your applications like SAP, Oracle, Salesforce, etc., and SuccessFactors, of course. So Innova Beyond instead is the regional partner of myMeta. And myMeta is a company that exists in 6 different countries, and it has more than 79 clients all over the world. Here you can find some of the most important clients with the related areas. Okay, so as I said, myMeta works as an independent layer on the top of any of these applications and also others. These are some of the most important ones. So what myMeta does is to guide users on how to use the organization's application. So it can get insight and can help users in the interaction with the interface of the application. Okay, so now let's go to the next chapter. And here we will explore how a strategic digital adoption tool can accelerate your return on investment. Okay, so let's start with some of the most important, most common key challenges that the organizations face when the digital adoption is not very well optimized. So first of all, we often see that the processes are time-consuming to learn, and the users always struggle to locate the right resources, the manuals, when they need them. So this leads in delays, in frustration, and always in drop in efficiency. So because of these issues, the key performance indicators, called also KPIs, are frequently missed. When our system lacks of digitalization, efficiency, and engagement, the adoption doesn't happen as intended, so we can have a profound impact on our ROI. So another consequence is the increase of the costs. So the resources required, ongoing training, constant support, and the data quality could suffer about it because the users are not fully trained, and the reliability of our data is not optimized. So last but not least, without an adoption strategy, these factors can prevent our companies from achieving their full potential. So could also lead to project failures and these kind of things. So starting from this point, I want to dive into the myMeta business solutions and some powerful features that it brings to enhance the user experience. So first of all, myMeta offers a tailored user experience. So this solution is designed with an experience-first approach that allow users to navigate through their task with the flexible user experience controls. Then myMeta also uses hints, tips, and hand guides, which are fully configurable and adaptable to your own system. So it means that the users, they have access to contextual tips, hand guides, documents, other resources like video, PDF, manuals, whatever, that will enhance their learning and task efficiency. Another key advantage is that myMeta is self-configurable. So once you got the certification of myMeta, the user can configure and maintain the new process independently. Okay, so will give you flexibility and agility, and you will not need myMeta or whoever advisory to be with you after the configuration. One of the standout features is generative AI assistance, but Lorenzo will talk about that later on. Okay, now I want to talk about some of the core benefits that myMeta will bring. So first of all, it provides a real-time analytics for data-driven decision. So this feature is very useful for leaders in order to make them informed about the current situation and to help them to make decisions quickly and also with confidence. This solution also offers a training and support on digital tools. These targeted supports help the users to understand and utilize digital tools more effectively, which is very essential for the successful digital adoption. Okay, so on top of that, the change management becomes a struggle, as the employees often need to constant retraining and support to keep up with the processes. So the lack of engagement in these traditional methods means that the adoption rate remains low. You can see that here there is a study based on Harvard first for new hires, that the challenge for new hires is more pronounced. Using all methods of training and learning, it can take like from 8 to 12 months for an employee to reach the full productivity. And it is a very large delay for any organization. The second case is Deloitte. So Deloitte is considering the current employees. So the average person more or less spends around 6.5 hours per week just trying to learn and relearn the tools they need to use for their job. So this is where myMeta provides a solution with a proactive approach to learn that aligns with how people today work and will learn tomorrow. So by shifting away from these traditional methods, we can create a more effective path for this digital adoption. Okay, so now I will leave the stage to Fatma, that she will share her organization experience with myMeta and how myMeta has supported their SAP SuccessFactors journey. So Fatma, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Francesca. So hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. Just to introduce myself, I'm Fatma Al-Hashmi from Al-Futaim Group. As HRIS product owner, I have been here for 2 years, and I really appreciate the opportunity to share our experience with the implementation of myMeta. So as you know, effective digital adoption is more important than ever in the fast-paced digital environment as of today. So when it comes to our experience with myMeta has really changed how we use technology and given our employees the tools they need to reach out their full potential. So this decreases the time of them learning, especially when it comes to a new system. So allow me to talk you through our journey and the amazing results we have produced out of the implementation of myMeta. So first of all, let me introduce Al-Futaim. So as you all know, Al-Futaim Group is a well-known company that operates 200 companies across our 7 divisions, such as we have in retail, we have automotive, real estate, and several other divisions. For our all 33,000 employees in different 20 countries, all the way from our home in Middle East, going to Africa and Asia as well. Okay, so let me take you through our project details first. So as part of our digital transformation program, we have implemented SAP SuccessFactors Employee Central. With the new system, employees will definitely have questions and require guidance on how to use the system. So by that time, we have studied best practices and decided to integrate myMeta into the system to help reduce the support from the contact center. So, and the other thing is that the Center of Expertise was built inside the company, where I have obtained myMeta certificate and implemented 20 processes as of now in a period of 2 months for different personas, as we have some processes related to employees, line managers, as well as HR business partners in 3 different languages. One is English, the main language that we're using. Then we also have in Arabic and Chinese as well. So we are also using the data and dashboard that myMeta offers to assist us in measuring user adoption. So since it was new, user adoption was lower at first, but today we have more than 3,000 monthly users for myMeta. Okay, do you have any questions before I move on to the benefits of myMeta? Okay, I think we're all good. So when it comes to the benefits of myMeta, there are several benefits that are listed down, but the main benefit is to improve our employee experience following the rest of the benefits, which minimize the help desk support, provides higher quality of data, and also provides and avoids user errors and confusion. Same as what Francesca mentioned, that it will also lower the time for users to go and learn, view some videos. So it's all in myMeta. We have implemented the videos as well as the step-by-step guidance by myMeta. So overall, it has been a game changer for us, and we really benefit from myMeta. Okay, so when it comes to the homepage, this is the look and feel of how our success factors look like. So as you could see, we have myMeta on the right-hand side with a small M letter, which represents myMeta. And we have represented the blue color, which is similar to the colors of the icons we are using. So it will all be in the same color. So as you could see, we have added some hints, and we also have some search bar in case they would like to search for a specific process, then they will search instead of them looking into each category. The other thing is that we have some folders like the categories. One is for personal data. If they would like to amend any data regards to the personal information, it comes in a different category. Then we have another category for the benefits, another category which is only for managers. And just to let you know that if it was a manager, they will have a different view. So they will be viewing the manager actions as well as the employee. We are also implementing HRBP processes where they will be able to view all the processes as an HRBP, which is related to their tasks, and then view also for employee and as well as a manager. So that's how it looks like in our system.
Thank you, Fatma. Thank you very
you.
much. And now, Lorenzo, we will talk about how, let's say, myMeta digital transformation and the AI strategies. So, Lorenzo, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Francesca, and thank you, Fatma, as well. So, as Francesca was saying, we are in a new paradigm with regards to helping our users to utilize the different processes and systems in a more productive way. And that's why myMeta as a digital adoption platform is working differently as other platforms, because we need to ensure the success of the digital transformation initiatives. So what we see in the market, and this is just not something that we see basically daily with our customers, but it is also something that the different analysts like Gartner, IDC, and the others tell us, is that digital transformation journeys are struggling to reach a point of positive return of investment without a digital adoption strategy. And that's where Meta comes in to ensure to customers that we can definitely assist users to be more productive and utilize all the different processes and all the different new systems that are implemented digitally in a productive way. And most of all, error-free, which is absolutely crucial. And to do this, one cornerstone to this strategy in the last months has become the integration with artificial intelligence. So as Francesca was saying, the old methods of learning and training do not work well. We can see that this has been proven, and we need to support our users in real time. So artificial intelligence becomes a strategic advantage in this case. And also here, myMeta basically works differently from the other providers. So we don't develop artificial intelligence, of course, because there's plenty of vendors worldwide that are doing this much better than we could possibly do. But what we can do and what we are doing is to help customers to integrate any engine that they are using. It could be ChatGPT, OpenAI, Gemini from Google, JAL from SAP, or whatever the case may be. Any engine that our customers are using, we help them integrate in myMeta, and we bring it over any web application they are using. So, for example, if you are using any system like an ERP or a CRM from a specific vendor, you might be stuck with any artificial intelligence coming from that technology. Instead, what we do with myMeta is that we can use any engine that you already are using in your organization, let's say OpenAI, and bring it over to your SAP or Oracle technology, for example. And this becomes absolutely fundamental to also improve the investments from your organization. Because with myMeta, we can utilize the capacities and the potential of your artificial intelligence engine. We can use any knowledge base that you already have in your organization. So any documentation, any internal policy, any kind of content that you want to make sure that artificial intelligence engine is able to read, and utilize all that information to bring support in real time to your users, which becomes absolutely fundamental to ensure that they always have the right information at the right time. And of course, artificial intelligence becomes an even more important step in this case, because as we see from the following slide, the capacity and the ability to integrate artificial intelligence in our digital adoption platform allow us to become even more proactive, meaning that we can understand what the users are doing. We can understand the context where the users are working. So, for example, which system and which process they are working on, which part of the business process they are busy with, and what are the rules inside the specific process. So we are able to channel to the user even better results with regards to the possible information that can assist them. What we are seeing in the market these days is that there's quite a bit of customers that have invested into artificial intelligence, and right now they are dealing with the fact that, you know what, the different answers that the engines are giving back are not exactly 100% correct because of many different reasons. Artificial intelligence is not just a technology that you plug in and it works straight away. It needs to be trained, and most of all, the prompts from the end users needs to be set up in a specific way. So what myMeta is doing actually not only integrates any engine that our customers are using and bring it over to different technology stacks, but are also able to support the end users with regards to making sure that any information they provide or any questions that they pose to the artificial intelligence engines are contextualized, meaning that we are able to improve the quality of the prompts that the user are using to interact with the engine. And this becomes absolutely crucial when, for example, a user is asking for a support for a specific process, and as I would say 90% of the time it happens, they forget to add specific information. So, for example, what is my role? What is the step of the process where I'm at? What is my department, if, for example, the processes are different by departments, etc. So in this case, what we do with myMeta is we are able to capture all the specific context that the user is working on and add that information, if it's missing, to the prompts that the user is sharing with artificial intelligence. And this becomes a cornerstone for the quality of data that we want to ensure that the customers are using and sharing with their end users. So, and we have seen this in a number of different scenarios. We just show a small set of different scenarios that we've been working with. So the ways that we integrated artificial intelligence up to now, it's on different ways to utilize the capacity of the engine. So first and foremost, as a real-time assistant, we are basically able to understand what the user is doing. And in that case, for example, if the user is trying to complete a process in a specific system and there is a specific error popping up, or there is a warning, or the user is standing still and not doing any working action for a number of seconds, let's say, we can interact directly and suggest to the user a possible next step for the activity that he's doing. We can understand what kind of mistakes he's creating. We can understand what kind of process he needs to complete, and we can provide for specific information in that case. We are also able to understand the specific context of the process, for example, working as a chatbot with the user. So we can leave the initiative to the user to ask questions, for example, but we can provide for sharing with the user follow-up questions that help him understand how to ask questions better. Or we can even save more time, and rather than having the user type the questions, we can provide a list of examples of questions, and then the user can just directly select which one they want to ask. So this is absolutely important, because in that case, we need to understand that we have an artificial intelligence that has been trained. However, at the same time, we need to ensure that the quality of the data and the questions that are coming through to artificial intelligence is leveled to a specific coefficient, because we want to make sure that we answer with the correct information to the user as well. For example, this could happen for internal users, so either our employees or our managers that are working on different systems, but this also goes especially, probably even more, for external users. And I'm using this example with, for example, a recruiting portal, where you have external candidates accessing your systems for example, checking job applications. And in that case, you are dealing with people that you cannot really train. So in that case, you need to make sure that the external candidates have all access to the same quality of information. And in that case, as said, the ability for myMeta to integrate the artificial intelligence and integrating the prompts that the user is sharing becomes absolutely crucial for the candidate to have a very good experience, and making sure that he can reach the proper job application, the one that fits well with him or her, in a very short time, because you don't want to lose the attention of the external candidates, first and foremost. And second of all, because usually the job application process usually takes quite a bit of time. That's usually the candidate is required to create his own profile, fill in application information, fill in lots of information with regards to past experience, education, etc., etc. So this is another area where myMeta can come in and assist and provide quality support, because in a situation like this, the candidate might even be able to upload the CV directly to the platform, and we can use the potential of myMeta to read all the information and assist the candidate to fill in the entire job application, meaning that we can pre-compile all the forms that he will be required to fill in directly. So, I mean, we make the experience much more productive, and we do not allow the candidate to make mistakes. So it doesn't have to go back and forth to correct information. And we are talking about shortening a process that usually takes quite some minutes to just a couple of minutes. And this becomes absolutely crucial to making sure that the candidates have little time to get distracted, and they focus on closing the job application with our organization. So this is just an example. And of course, also in this case, the possibility to integrate with artificial intelligence becomes a fundamental piece of strategy and an absolute strategic advantage for the organization, because in that case, we can ensure that the best candidates will not turn away from the possibility to work in our organization. So what we can definitely see by the use of a digital adoption platform like myMeta, we can definitely see a number of quality results, both for the business and for the end user. And this is nothing to be taken lightly, because it's absolutely crucial in this case. So on the next slide, we just put some small examples. And this speaks to the, of course, the possibility for the business to, as we said in the beginning, realize a successful return on investment on their digital transformation journeys, which means that we make users more productive since the onset, since the implementation, because from day one, they are able to utilize the different systems without the need for offline training. So they can just go in front of the screen and myMeta will guide them. So they become productive from day one. Think about, for example, new employees that come on board for the first day. No need for offline training. They can just jump in on the screen and they can work straight away. Even more, we will have less support requests, meaning less tickets and less cost for training, which means less direct costs and less indirect costs. We are able to cut short the number of tickets that people will open, because they will not need to ask a question to someone else or to a help desk team to understand what to do in a specific step. They will be guided in real time. So we make sure they don't make mistakes. So also we have data quality and data validation. So we make sure that anytime the users have to input or manage any kind of data, we verify the data formats, the data quality, and if there are any specific formula or any specific data input that the business requires for a specific field, we make sure that that data is correct. Otherwise, we stop the user and we make sure that they understand there is a warning, there is a mistake, or the data is not good. So we can do a number of different things to make sure that the user understands how to correct the data. We can show them examples, we can show them warnings, we can do a number of different things. And of course, as I said, the most important thing is that with the data quality, with increased data quality and less support requested and more ROI, it goes without saying that this translates to a direct better results for the business, which is absolutely fundamental in this case. So, and something to not take lightly is also the metrics and the KPIs for the users, because this will allow users to not only be more productive, but also feel more productive. So we will have a more satisfied user base, which is nothing to be taken lightly. Especially when working with younger generations, we can see in the market as they are born in a digital experience because they have digital ways of communication all around them. It is absolutely crucial for organizations to provide a better digital experience. And we can see that daily because more often than not, our clients share with us the fact that talent retention is absolutely one of their struggles. So making sure that the young talent that is hard in their organization stays in organizations, because they can also appreciate the investments that the clients have done to provide a better digital experience, is something that becomes also here a strategic advantage. And another very important thing is also with regards to, for example, ESG targets that the organization might have. Some of our customers already are working towards, for example, a more paperless organization. And in that case, the ability to provide assistance with myMeta directly on the system without the need to share manuals that can be printed, for example, it becomes a very important coefficient for them. So it becomes absolutely crucial in that case. And as said, also here, very good results for the business, but very important results for the end users as well. Users feel more productive, they feel more appreciated, they feel the investment that the organization has done to provide a better way of working. So also in this case, the user satisfaction for end users is nothing to be shy about. And closing with the last thing with regards to the difference that myMeta brings here as well. As Francesca was saying, we work on many different applications from the main vendors, but also custom applications. But we basically are able to provide our results on any web application that the end user is working on. So as long as the end user is accessing the process or the system with a web browser, we are able to provide our technology. And it doesn't matter for us if it's a cloud solution or an on-premise solution. We can distribute myMeta on any of these scenarios. So as long as the end user is accessing the system, the process with a web browser, we are able to provide our implementation as well. And that's basically it from my side.
Thank you, Lorenzo. So let me just wrap up the key takeaways, and then we will leave the floor for questions. So today we discuss about how myMeta can accelerate productivity, can streamline processes, and will drive on a strong return on investment. Then we explored with Alphutime its journey with the SAP SuccessFactors, and I thank you, Alphutime, for joining. Fatma, thank you very much. And then with Lorenzo, we highlighted the importance of modernizing our approach to technology by using, for example, the artificial intelligence. So now it's time for questions. In order to ask your question, you should click on the hand that you will find at the bottom center, and then we can give you the word to make your questions. So feel free. We have 6 more minutes, so we have time to do it. Thank you. I see Fabrizio. Andre, can you please help us on activate Fabrizio? Thank you.
Hi, good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
I have a question about the implications and the benefits of introducing the AI into a platform like myMeta. I saw in a couple of slides before that we mentioned, this one. We mentioned the configurator partner. I would like to collect further details about the kind of capabilities we can get from myMeta. When we talk a partner, we're talking about vendors that are providing enterprise application in the market. So, if that is the case, when we talk about create a new platform features, means that through myMeta we are able to activate an additional, I would say, capability working with the enterprise application, can be SAP, can be Oracle, Microsoft, and help the end user to create or to customize or to set up a new features coming from the enterprise application. What is the case? Thank you.
Thanks to you, Fabrizio. Francesca, I'll take this one if you don't mind.
Please.
So, no problem at all. So basically, the configurator in myMeta is any person, any resource that has been certified, so has followed our training path and has completed the exams to get that certification. So he or she can configure myMeta, meaning that they can create the different step-by-step processes or the different user experience and integration configurations. So usually with partners, we refer to system integrators that work with, that can supply professional services with myMeta, like, for example, Innova, Beyond. Francesca, for example, is a certified resource. Fatma is as well. So, for example, they can configure myMeta. So the ability, what we have done is to provide a way to work together with artificial intelligence and ask, for example, artificial intelligence to help the configurators to create processes of myMeta. So, for example, I could ask the engine to create a step-by-step process to guide the user throughout a performance review process, for example. So this is one of the different ways that we can utilize artificial intelligence capabilities to ease and simplify the work that not only the end user of the process, but also the configurator of the process can do.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks to you.
I think we have another question.
I have a question. I would like to know from Fatma of Alpha Time, how long did it take to be independent working on the system? If it was easy or not?
Yes, it was easy. At the beginning, it was a bit challenging because I came from an HR background and I don't have the HTML skills that much. But then I have started to learn with the learning courses as well, and then alongside with Francesca as well. So we have implemented this successfully.
Thank you, Fatma. Thank you, Nicola, for the question. Anyone else would like to ask anything? Sorry.
While we wait, if there is any other question coming up, I just wanted to share with everyone, if of course there is any interest in, for example, sharing a business case with us and see if myMeta can provide value, etc. We can definitely, we are definitely willing to participate in this. So if you have a specific business case that you want to submit or see together or see the potential in your organization, ourselves with Innova Beyond, of course, are very much available to provide more deep dive meeting, for example, where we can analyze your business case directly and understand the possible scenarios that myMeta can share with you as well.
Exactly. Thank you, Lorenzo. You can find my contact here, my email. We will share as well the presentation for your knowledge, so you will have also our emails in your inbox. Okay, if there isn't anything else, the time is finished. So I thank you all for joining, and I hope we will have another chat together to show you how myMeta could be very helpful for your organization. So I thank you and have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, Francesca, for leading us, and thank you, Fatma, for participating as well.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.